What it do, y'all? This your man King Eric, the media assassin, coming at y'all with another video. Subscribe, hit the like button for me. Now, I want to give BET their props for putting this together. That Murder Inc. special on BET was phenomenal. You get a great look at how Irv Gotti built his empire, how Ja Rule became a success, how Murder Inc. became an empire on its own, despite having to compete with the Rough Riders and Rockefeller. But what I loved about this is you get to see the behind the scenes. That's what make a lot of these documentaries so captivating. You get to see the behind the scenes look of how the industry really works, how to make these hit records, the struggle, the grind, the strife, the talent searching, the A&R, all that stuff you get to see. It's an educational purpose behind these documentaries. Like if you want to figure out how the music industry works, these are the documentaries that you watch. Like Welcome to Death Row, this one, The Rough Riders. BT been on point with that. But in looking at this, you also get a sense of how these white executives really feel about black A&Rs for that matter, or certain people within the culture. And looking at this here, I can tell that Lyor Cohen really hates Irv Gotti. Now, he's going to tolerate Irv Gotti because think about it. Irv Gotti, you can say what you want about him. Without Irv Gotti, there's no DMX. Without Irv Gotti, there's no Jay-Z. Without Irv Gotti, there's no Ja Rule. Irv Gotti been with these guys since the beginning. So he brought Lyor Cohen to the hood to get at DMX. But see, this is a sense of where the clashes come within people that are not from the culture and people that are from the culture. Now, Lyor, to his credit, knows hip-hop, but he doesn't know black music. Hip-hop is just a branch of black music. And where I was getting with this here, with this video, you could tell that he doesn't know black music by the way they rejected Ja Rule's second album. That was a key notion to where a lot of these guys think. They wanted him to keep the grimy sound. They understand hip-hop. But see, Irv Gotti also looked at it like, niggas love women too. Now, DMX, to his credit, he had a female fan base, but his music for the most part appealed to the grimy of the grimy. Jay-Z appealed to the ballers. Ja Rule was able to tap into the sensitive side with the singing and stuff. He had to find a lane because, see, he was still seen as a DMX clone or Tupac clone. People picked that up. So, just like I said in many videos before, he went ahead, grew his hair out, and started carving his own lane. And see, this is why this is why he hates Irv Gotti to this day. This is why Lyor hates him, because he wanted Irv Gotti to fail, because they, in the documentary, they said that they did not want to put the 336 album out, period. They thought it was trash. And they gave Irv like a limited amount of vinyl to make it work. So Irv got the record popping with just 2,000 pieces of vinyl. And Lyor had to eat crow. And one thing about these guys, these white guys do not like to be outsmarted. They hate to be outsmarted because they orchestrated the chessboard. And Irv Gotti outsmarted them and made Ja Rule a mega player in this game. Because what they did, they tried to go with what they thought they already know. They were, okay, the DMX sound was good. We're going to follow that imprint. That's why they did the Murderers album. That kind of bricked. So when Ja came out with that, it was different because at the end of the day with black music, we want to have fun too. And Ja Rule provided that. He provided that side. Like Jay-Z did that. Jay-Z did his side. DMX showed his side. And Ja Rule was able to show his side. And it worked. and it worked. And you could tell by the way Lyor talks about Irv on the documentary that he hates him, call him a druggie, call him snotty Gotti. And you could tell the way Gotti talks about Lyor, he hates him too. And not to mention the whole thing with the feds. They pulled the red carpet from under him. But at the end of the day, that was his true feelings right there, because these guys do not like to be outsmarted at all. And then on top of that, Irv was able to create a bidding war between Def Jam and Sony. See, Lyor basically wanted to keep Irv as his little guy, like to go out there, find a talent for him, and then push to the side and give him a little salary. He didn't fathom that Irv was going to really go out there and make an impact like he did, because he wanted to keep him there. He betted on himself. And you got to give him credit for it. Even though he could come off as very obnoxious, even though he could come across as very arrogant, that's the drugs, that's the fame, and that's the arrogancy coming in. But the guy knows music. And at the end of the day, he's a partake of black music. He understands the culture. Lyor only understands one side of the culture. Not everybody can relate to the DMX sound, even though I love him. Nobody can relate to the Jay-Z sound. But there's a giant demographic out there that can relate to Ja Rule sound. And Irv helped Ja carve that niche. Then he brought the Ashanti to the mix, and the rest was history. So Murder Inc. ran the charts from 2000 to 2002. And y'all definitely need to check that documentary, man. It was very innovative. It was very thought-provoking. And it allowed also people to tell the story without the narrative being controlled. Because if it came down to it, they would give Lyor all the credit, because he was the one that bankrolled it. But it all started with Irv Gotti. Now, he could be a weirdo, but the man knows talent. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Subscribe, hit the like button. Peace.